Hey guys, it's Dan from Ottawa, Canada. I'm just kind of curious to know how the Foreplay podcast was first kind of conceived and came to fruition, how that all started. And then I'm also kind of curious to know what your first impressions were of each other. And big fan of the show, so thanks for everything.
You know, it was like 2016. Everybody was basically starting a podcast or was like, podcasts need to be started. And at the time, in terms of the Barstool universe, Dave like didn't really put any thought into it, any love behind podcasting, whatever. And then in like early 2016, Churnin came along and it was like, oh, podcasting is real. And Pardon My Take launched. Me and Trent at the time were the only two content folks that liked golf. And I remember we didn't really know each other. We worked at the same company and there's like a fraternity type feel of like once you got hired at Barstool at that time with how small it was of like, oh, you're like my buddy now. Oh, you like golf. I like golf. Should we like start a golf podcast?
Yeah, and I remember I was still living in Iowa when we did, either I DM'd you or you DM'd me, and you were like, do you want to try to do a golf podcast? And we did a test episode with that. We thought it went really, really well. And then I eventually moved to New York. I think we sent that one to Dave because he was like, do a test podcast and I'll listen to it and then I'll decide what I want to do. I don't think he ever actually ended up listening to that podcast. But I remember sitting in the office and I remember him coming up to us and he was like, all right, I'm going to greenlight mixtape and I'm going to greenlight Foreplay. It was really that casual where he's like, all right, make of it what you can. Just kind of went from there. We would record late at night. We wanted to talk a little bit about the PGA Tour, but we really wanted it to be like, this is what it's like, regular guys who have a golf podcast, who golf, who have buddies that golf. And then it just sort of, everything evolved and we just kept doing it. We kept doing it. Videos started happening. But yeah, it was very, I remember being very casual the way Dave greenlit it, where he was just like, yeah, you guys can try it if you want.